was a beautiful day, beautiful evening. And myself and Dave Besson went to Bobby and said, look, a few of the lads have said, can they have a walk, perhaps wander down to the local pub, have a soft drink or something, just to kill some time. And Bobby being Bobby said, great, here, it's £50, take that down with you, get everybody a drink, make sure everybody goes down. We came down to here, but it doesn't look like it was now. Then it was a little snug bar, public saloon. There's lots of stories of we had drinks and drinks. We didn't. Majority of the team were drinking soft drinks. I think I had a shandy. We stayed no more than an hour and a half, 2 hours. What was great was that the woman next door, who was in her 80s, her father had been one of the original players for Wimbledon. And if you literally look across the road here is where the common, where they started to play. And they changed in the pub. They changed in this pub and played across in the common. And they went and got her, and she was in a wheelchair, and they brought her down the stairs because it's an old house with stairs. They brought her in, and she plumped her down, and we just sat and chatted with her, and she told us about her dad and about what it was like in those days. And here was that team that had formed on the common here, going all the way to Wembley to play probably the best team in Europe at the time. It was a lovely circle, if you want, before what was going to be our biggest game. It's gone down as one of those cup finals now that people will remember. I mean, I speak to a lot of people. They say, "Oh, I was at that cup final." I said, "Well, you're the 98,205th person I've met, because I think I've met everybody who was at the cup final." It's amazing how many people, and I get a lot of Wimbledon fans say, "Oh, I was at the cup final," and I say, "Yeah, but were you at Huddersfield in May 2006 when we got promoted? Because you were there and at the cup final, and you're a true Wimbledon fan." And as I say, a lot of these people supporting AFC now are at both those grounds. So I mean, they are the true hardcore Wimbledon fans. By about 11 o'clock at night, after the match of the day, I was starting to fall asleep, literally falling asleep, nodding off at my table. And I said to my wife, I said, "We've got to go back." And I remember passing my brother in the tunnel, because he'd literally got back from Wembley then. He'd been celebrating every pub on the way back from Wembley to Plough Lane. He said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to bed." He said, "What do you mean you're going to bed? You just had the best day of your life as a footballer and you're going to bed at 11 o'clock. I said, "Vince, I can't keep awake. I'm absolutely knackered." And I said to him, "Look, you celebrate for me, and I'll see you tomorrow up at Canizaro's, and I'll get you on the bus, because we're going around the town, and you can come on the bus with us." I saw him about a week later. Apparently he was kicked out. He was the last one kicked out of the marquee that night, and he said he missed the following day completely. But and the story he told me that night was, I'd gone to put a bet on you to score the first goal. He said, I'd been to one bookie and they offered 15-1, and I said, well, I'm not wasting my money at that price. He'd gone next door to the next bookie and they offered him 33-1, so he put a tenner on me. So ironically, he actually won more for me winning the FA Cup than I did, because we had no win bonus.